What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Irv Gotti and Ashanti. Okay. Now, Irv Gotti was given an interview on Drink Champs, and he talked about how he found out that she was dating Nelly during the time he was supposedly having relations with her, that he had a relationship outside of his marriage, because the guy was married at the time, Irv Gotti. And he talked about how he found out that she was dating Nelly. Now, she would go on to date Nelly for years, for a long time. Think about, what, 11 years she was with Nelly? So it was a move that was better for her, because she was in a relationship with somebody instead of a side chick. You know, I think she looked at the optics early on and said, this is not a good situation, and she got with Nelly. And Irv felt some type of way about this. And I think that the reason why Irv felt some type of way is because, you know, it's ego. Irv comes off as a guy who's all about ego. Okay. And instead of him looking at the situation, saying, you know what, this ain't my wife though, this ain't really my main girlfriend or whatnot. And you gotta understand, you know, during that time with Irv, that was right when the label that he had was sort of crashing. It was on the verge of it. It wasn't there yet, but it was on the verge of it. And so that was actually a cool time in music, because the label, they had a lot of buzz, notoriety. They were one of the biggest labels in hip hop as far as the artists that they were putting out, with Jaye, Ashanti, and Irv Gotti was sort of like the centerpiece of that, right? And I think Irv is just a guy who's all about ego. I really do. And Ashanti getting with Nelly, I think, hurt him, because he thought that he was this type of guy that he thought he was, but he actually wasn't that. You know, he was a married man sleeping with another woman outside of his marriage, who he thought he could keep with him, who he thought was in awe of him. But the first opportunity she got to level up, so to speak, she took it. She took it and got with Nelly. And Nelly at the time was a big deal. I mean, you know, he hasn't really released any notable music in years. At the time, Nelly was a big deal. All right. And she got with him in a real relationship instead of a side chick situation that she was in. And I think that hurt Irv's ego, because Irv is running this label. He thinks that he's the man. I'm running this successful label. And then she just ups and gets with Nelly without even telling you, because she didn't have to tell you, Irv. She was your side chick. You know, I think a lot of side chicks out here should at some point move on from the married men that they're dealing with and actually get into a regular, normal relationship, right? Instead of just staying with somebody just for the sake of staying with them. Because again, Irv's ego is what's talking here. So let's get into what Irv had to say. This according to Hip Hop DX. Irv Gotti and Ashanti were rumored to be more than just collaborators during the Ink's heyday in the early 2000s, but it wasn't long after catapulting to fame that the foolish songstress began dating Nelly, much to Gotti's surprise. In a clip from his and Ja Rule's upcoming Drink Champs episode, the veteran hip-hop executive revealed he learned about Ashanti and Nelly's relationship from watching a basketball game on TV while he was in love with the singer. Just imagine a chick that you screwing, right? Next thing you know, she's sitting courtside with a rapper, right? You're like, what is going on here, man? I just talked to you a couple days ago. I can get past you wanting to be with Nelly, he said while reflecting on his alleged fling with his former signee. Listen, at the time when it happens, man, it hurts when the chick you're effing are in love with is with this N-word. I want to hear how I found out. This was God wanting me to find out. I was at home, NBA package. I like watching sports. Oh my God, what's this commotion going on in the stadium? We just found out what the commotion is. Nelly has walked in with Ashanti. And this is the video here.
Yes. I can get past you wanting to be with Nelly.
Sounds like you didn't get past that. I'm just being honest.
Listen. At the time it happens, any man,
yeah, of course,
is hurt. Yeah, right. The chick you fucking are in love with is with this nigga.
Country grandma.
You wanna hear how I found out?
How you found out?
Only on Drink Chat. It's on the documentary too.
Yeah. How did you find out, sir?
I was at home.
And there wasn't no Twitter or Instagram back then.
I was at home. Okay. Listen to this shit. This is God wanted me to find out. I was at home. NBA package. I like watching sports. Oh my God, what's this commotion going on in the stadium? We just found out what the commotion is. Nelly has walked in with Ashanti.
Oh my God. Yo, Irv is a character, man. One thing I'll say about Irv, man, he's been on a reality show, what I believe is Growing Up Hip Hop New York. That might be the one. I think he's been on another one. I could be totally wrong with these names. But he was on a reality show. I saw him on, him and his family and stuff like that. Irv is a character. Irv has always been a character. And, Irv is honest. And again, this man had a whole wife. I believe he was married at the time. While he was dealing with Ashanti. And he's thinking that he has this woman in his pocket, only to realize she ain't in there. She with Nelly, right? She with Nelly because she wanted a relationship. Nelly gave her what she wanted. She wanted to be with a famous dude, right? And again, at the time, Nelly was a big deal around the early 2000s. So she got to be with Nelly, a guy that she was probably attracted to, right? Well-known rapper. He wants to be in a relationship with her, and she took that opportunity and left. She left Irv in the dust, so to speak. Now, I know that, I don't know how things are now. I know her and Ja Rule are cool. I don't know how her and Irv are, because there's been stuff going on back and forth. Ashanti apparently is re-releasing her music with another label, I believe. And Irv was not happy about it because he felt like she was not trying to pay him for that music that she's trying to re-release. And I don't know how their particular situation is. I don't know how are they on, still speaking to each other. I don't know. But I just think that she took the opportunity to go. I just think that she didn't want to be his side piece anymore. She wanted to be a girlfriend. She wanted to be with a guy that she was attracted to, that again, Nelly, she took that opportunity and went with it. And Irv was left in the background. You know what I'm saying? Because again, if a woman is willing to be your side piece, knowing that you have a wife and still deal with you anyway, that is usually a woman that she's not going to be as loyal as if you think she is. She was as loyal as her options. And at the time, Irv was one of her best options, even though he had a wife and they weren't really in an official relationship like that. Irv was like the best she felt like she can do at the time. But once she was able to get out there and be around these other people, she saw that and took that opportunity. And I think that threw Irv off. It threw him off that she would so quickly want to move on from him. But any woman that's willing to be a side chick is willing to leave you if she finds a better option. I'm telling you right now. Irv delved deeper into his relationship with Ashanti during a 2017 interview with Hot 97's Funk Flex, alluding to them hooking up. However, he denied Ashanti was the catalyst behind his divorce from his ex-wife. It was intimate, he said. I think everyone knows at this point we had a relationship. When she first got to the ink, I really didn't have time for her because I was doing Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule. So I said, yo, be at the studio rap. If you just be a studio rap and come through, maybe I'll find a record for you. So he's talking about the music part. Contrary to what anyone thinks, Ashanti had nothing to do with the demise of me and Deb. I was off my effing hook and Deb kicked me out the house. So now I'm basically living in the studio. I'm still wilding out, and you know, that's when things happen. He added, me and Ashanti never officially was together. We was chilling. It was never officially like, yo, that's my girl. So Irv is saying that there was room for Ashanti and him to hook up because he wasn't really with his wife, really? Okay, Irv. Ashanti and Nelly went public in 2003 after hitting it off at a press conference for the 45th annual Grammy Awards earlier that year. The couple were together for roughly a decade before calling it quits in 2013. During his interview with Funk Flex, Irv Gotti admitted he was jealous of Ashanti's relationship with Nelly and stopped her from appearing in one of the rapper's music videos. That's interesting. So he already knew something was up. He already knew something. Listen, man, you're not going to keep none of them dudes who are trying to get with Ashanti, man. Especially if she's the one out here probably initiating things. Because, you know what I'm saying? Not say Nelly wasn't either, but I'm pretty sure she was in contact with him too. Irv knew what was going on. I think Irv didn't think that they would form a relationship like that. You know, at the time it was some crunch because we was with the same chick. He said they were in a video. It was that country video. I think he put Sierra in it, but at first it was Ashanti in it. He called me because, you know, she's my artist, and I was like, remove her from that effing video, dog. You understand? Which could have been salty on my part. Yeah, you think? While Irv Gotti and Nelly have managed to patch things up and form a friendship, Gotti's relationship with Ashanti remains strained all these years later. Last year, he accused the R&B singer of trying to F him out of his masters after she announced that she was re-recording her self-titled debut album with plans to re-release it independently. Yeah, she is trying to F you out of your masters. And when Ashanti was asked about the BET's upcoming Ink docuseries by TMZ last month, she laughed at the idea of being involved. Yeah, things are bad, right? He says that she had nothing to do with his marriage falling apart. But look how crazy he was at how Nelly was sort of making the moves towards Ashanti. I think Irv had always liked Ashanti. I just think that when he meant he couldn't make time for her because he was working with all these other artists, that was true. But if a man is attracted to a woman, he's gonna make time for her. You know, he has to be set up right. And maybe Deb did kick him out the house, and maybe he was able to make that time with Ashanti. But I think Ashanti was just taking advantage of the opportunities. And that's what it looks like to me. I think she took advantage of the opportunity, and Irv did not see that. That's why him and Ashanti probably could have patched things up if there was no like if she really was like on some friendship type thing with Irv. They could have worked through that already. But the fact that it seems like, because I don't think Irv like has any type of ill will towards her. He patched things up with Nelly. I think Ashanti I think she used Irv. I think Ashanti used him to get where she was, and the first opportunity she got to get away from Irv, she did it. And that is why it seems like on her end, she doesn't want to fix things with Irv. And she wants to re-release this debut album and do things more independent. I mean, I believe she's still cool with Ja Rule. I believe they've even performed together recently. But it's Irv that she has the problem with. And I think that Irv would patch things up with her, but I don't think she wants to patch up anything with Irv, because I don't think she really care for Irv. I think she got what she wanted from Irv and got out of there. And you can tell in this interview with this short clip, you can tell that. So let us know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.